So a couple fights just got announced. I am definitely going to get into that in the next video. But what I want to get into right now is the fights that are getting announced just so happen to not have the MMA, the UFC superstar Conor McGregor involved in them. So it looks like Conor McGregor is not going to fight in the year 2023. Looks like he's going to be fighting in the year 2024. My question is when, and my question is who. So it really makes you wonder. You know, Conor McGregor has been out of the game for quite some time, since 2021 July, when he broke his ankle or his foot. Not exactly sure again, but it was quite some time ago. Now, he is about to get in the USADA testing pool, as from what I've been hearing, but we've been hearing that a lot. We've been hearing that so much. Constantly, he's going to get in there, he's going to test, and then they're going to announce this big fight, possibly on the tough contest with Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor. During the series, when it aired, they were going to announce it, but turns out it didn't happen because there is no fight to be made, because there is Conor McGregor not involved in the testing pool just yet. Hearing he might be, but he does need to go into that testing pool, and he does need to test for 6 months. So that pretty much puts us, if he does not test up until January, that pretty much puts us at International Fight Week in July, and that will make him 3 years gone from the game, in a game that actually involves. In the game where if you take off that long in your career, you are literally killing yourself to try to catch up, because this game evolves so much. The MMA world evolves overnight sometimes. There are so many new moves that transpires in the cage, and then all of a sudden, you got a new submission, you got a new leg kick, you got a new punch that's being named after somebody that now you got to learn how to do. You know, Conor McGregor, ever since he won that championship belt from Eddie Alvarez, has been so inactive. I think in the past, going on, 9 years, or no, I would say 8 years, he has, approximately like 5 or 6 fights. You know, we know he fought Habib, Donald Cerrone, Dustin Poirier, sorry, I drew a blank, twice. And of course, he did fight Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. So that was like, 5, 6 fights in almost 8 years? That's such a long time for just 5 or 6 fights. There's fighters out there that could do that in 1 year. There's fighters that could do that in 2 years. Maybe even 3, but 8 years. Now, I know what a lot of people are saying. He makes the most money. He has the most money. It's hard to do that when you have that much money in the bank. I promise you it is not if you truly are a fighter. I promise you, guys like Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao has had this kind of money for a very long time in their fighting years, and they were still able to do it. Why? Because they actually love the sport. They love the game. Yes, Conor McGregor is relatively younger than these guys when he made as much money as he's made. But at the same time, you definitely are not young forever. You definitely don't want to waste your prime forever. So, you know, the fact that he is taking so long to get into the USADA pool makes us really question whether or not he actually really wants to be in the UFC or if he wants to fight anymore. You know, so it just seems like he talks about fighting a lot. You know, he had mentioned he had thrown names out there like Alexander Volkanovski. Let's see who's the best 45-pounder in the world. I think Conor McGregor would have to cut off a leg to make 145 pounds again. Then he sees Sean Strickland winning the middleweight championship of the world. He posts a photo of him being all muscular and such and says, me at 185. I won't lie, that would be entertaining. But we all know Conor McGregor cannot make that weight and fight guys who are walking around at 200 plus pounds, cutting down to 185. Conor McGregor walks around at 185. He has to cut down to 170, even cut down further to 155. So the guy, no way, is ever going to compete at 185. But then again, sorry guys, you never say never. So moving forward, is Conor McGregor going to fight in 2024? It remains to be seen. You know, it remains to be seen really, truly, because we don't know what he really wants to do. It sounds like he really wants to fight, but at the same time, it doesn't sound like he wants to go through these protocols of USADA and being tested for 6 months. It doesn't sound like he's that determined, and it makes you kind of wonder why. Gee, you know, why does not a fighter want to be tested for 6 months? Yep, that draws a lot of red flags there. So you never know, guys. But my question to you guys is this. Since Conor McGregor is obviously not fighting in 2023, is he going to fight in 2024? And who is he going to fight? Is it going to be Michael Chandler? Is Michael Chandler going to sit out for another almost a year to fight the cash cow, Conor McGregor? Or is Michael Chandler going to move on and say, you know what? I need to keep busy. I'm not getting any younger. I'm not making any money not fighting. I need to fight somebody else. I need to fight right now. We all got to wait and see for that. You know, because Michael Chandler himself, he's a very action-packed fighter. He's very entertaining fighting. I'm sure it's nice for him to take this time off because he's had a rough patch in the UFC. But at the end of the day, he's still a guy who wants to fight and wants to get in the cage sooner rather than later. So guys, let me know in the comments on what you think about Conor McGregor, him fighting in 2024, him wanting to put himself in the USADA pool, and who is he going to be fighting possibly in International Fight Week. What looks like that will be his return. Let me know in the comments, guys.